Okay, so before we get into this tutorial, I do want to say that you should be mentally prepared because it's sort of translated from a piano song, right? So it's gonna be a little weird, a little wonky. And two, we're not in standard tuning. The low E and then the A are both tuned down by 3 half steps. Okay, so we start with a pinch, and that pinch is the A and 11 on the high E. So like this. Now, this next thing that follows up that pinch can either be a hammer-on or a very fast slide. So let me show you. It can either be this, or it can be, so it's pinch, either that, or it's up to you, total preference. We do the pinch. After we do the slide or the hammer-on, we come back to the 9 on the high E with our index finger. So now, after we hit the high E on the 9th fret with our index, we will come to the B of the 10th fret with our middle finger. So that'll sound like, it's very fast, so you might want to practice that a little bit, but so after you get this down, we move into a chord, which is like this. And that chord is our middle finger on the 7th fret of the D, our index finger on the 6th fret of the G, and our pinky on the 9th fret of the B. So it should sound like this. I do recommend practicing that first little bit that I just taught you because it sort of helps set the pace for the rest of the song. Okay, so this is the next part, which is we take our pinky that is on the 9 of the B, and we're gonna slide up to the 10 of the B and back very fast. Just like that. After that slide, we're going to hit the 7 on the B with our index. So, after we hit the 7 on the B, we're going to reach with our ring finger and hit the 9 of the G. Once we hit that, we're going to come into another chord, which is, right? So this chord will be open on the A, 7 on the D, and 8 on the G. Now, where we go from that chord is we slide up to the 9 of the G with our ring finger. So very fast and come back. So, and then we come back, hit the 6 of the G with our index. So just like that. And then we hit the D on the 7 with our ring finger, middle finger, excuse me. So where we go from there is we move our index up a string to D, which is on the 6th fret. We take our middle finger, we put it on the 7 of the A, my ring finger, and then we put it on the E on the 8th fret. So it should sound like this. So after this little F chord here, what we do is we slide up to the 7 of the D with our index. So our index is already on the D. 6, 7, 6. So play the chord. After we come back to 6, after that slide, we go to 4. We play that pretty quickly. So Now, here comes a bit of a stretch, literally, which what we're gonna do is we're gonna play the first on the D string, and then we're going to play the 5 on the A string. Should sound like this. After we get that, it's gonna take a little bit of practice. I promise you, it may hurt you a little bit, but after we get the 2 notes to fully sound, even though mine's buzzing, there we go. What we're gonna do is we're going to relieve ourselves of that God forbidden chord, and we're going to play the 4 on the D, 2 on the G, 5 on the B, and then a hammer on from 2 on the high E, play the chord, and then come off. And then we're done. That's it. And by the way, just real quick, I did play this a little slow because now I'm editing and I'm like realizing I played it a little slow. So yes, you should be playing it a little bit faster. So I just recommend, you know, turning on the actual song and just playing along with it and pausing and just getting better, so on and so forth. Typical guitar practice. So anyways, yeah, I played a little slow. It needs to be played a little bit faster, but it is correct. Everything that I taught was correct.